You ever feel like the world's spinning faster than you can keep up? Like you're on this relentless treadmill called life, and every time you think you've caught your breath, the speed cranks up a notch? Yeah, that's the hustle. It's everywhere, and it's relentless. It's that voice in your head that says, if you're not grinding, you're falling behind. And let's be real, in a world that glorifies hustle culture, it can feel like there's no room for rest, no time for pause. You either hustle or you die. Metaphorically, of course, but sometimes it feels all too real. We live in a society that rewards the busy. We wear our busyness like a badge of honor. Oh, I'm so swamped at work. I haven't had a day off in weeks. I'm just trying to make it happen. We've all heard these lines, and maybe, just maybe, we've said them ourselves. But let's take a step back. What does it mean to hustle? Is it about working yourself to the bone? Is it about sacrificing your mental health, your relationships, your peace of mind for the sake of productivity? Because if that's the case, we need to have a serious conversation. The clock is ticking, right? We've got deadlines, bills, dreams that feel just out of reach. But here's the kicker. The hustle isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about finding that balance between ambition and well-being. You can chase your dreams without sacrificing your sanity. You don't have to burn the candle at both ends to prove your worth. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially when the world seems to celebrate those who are always on. But let's be honest. When was the last time you felt truly fulfilled in that grind? Now, don't get me wrong. Hustle has its place. There's something undeniably satisfying about putting in the work and watching your efforts pay off. But there's a fine line between hustle and burnout. And trust me, burnout is real. It creeps up on you when you least expect it. One day you're pushing through that to-do list like a champ, and the next, you're staring blankly at your screen, wondering if you even remember what joy feels like. That's the danger of the hustle culture. It can turn passion into obligation and dreams into burdens. So, how do we navigate this chaotic landscape? First off, let's redefine what hustle means to us. It doesn't have to be a 24/7 grind. It can be about setting clear goals, prioritizing what truly matters, and allowing yourself to step back when you need to. It's about finding your flow, the sweet spot where productivity meets passion. And let me tell you, that's a game changer. Think about it. When you're in flow, time seems to stand still. You're fully engaged, and the work doesn't feel like a chore. It's exhilarating. But how do you find that flow? It starts with knowing yourself. What are your peak hours? Are you a morning person who thrives on early sunrises? Or are you a night owl who finds inspiration when the world quiets down? Understanding your rhythm can help you maximize your productivity without sacrificing your well-being. Next, let's talk about boundaries. This is crucial. In a world where we're constantly connected, it's easy to feel like we have to be on all the time. But setting boundaries is not only healthy, it's necessary. It's okay to say no to extra projects that don't align with your goals. It's okay to unplug after a certain hour. It's okay to take a break. In fact, it's essential. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? So fill your cup first. Whether that means taking a walk, reading a book, or just enjoying a moment of silence, prioritize those moments of self-care. And let's not forget the power of community. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who inspire you to be your best self without the pressure to constantly hustle. Share your struggles and victories. Celebrate each other's successes. Because when you're part of a supportive community, the hustle doesn't feel so lonely. You realize you're not in this race alone, and that can make all the difference. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but what about the reality of bills and responsibilities? It's a valid concern. The hustle is often born from necessity. But here's the thing. You can still pursue your goals while being mindful of your mental health. It's about finding that balance. Maybe it means starting a side project on weekends instead of burning the midnight oil every night. Maybe it means prioritizing your mental health days just as much as you prioritize deadlines. And remember, success isn't a straight line. It's messy, it's winding, and sometimes it's downright frustrating. But every step, every stumble, every moment of doubt is part of the journey. So, embrace it. Embrace the hustle, but don't let it consume you. Chase your dreams, but don't forget to enjoy the ride. Because at the end of the day, life is about more than just achievements. It's about the moments, the connections, the experiences that shape us. So, as the clock ticks on, ask yourself, what does hustle mean to you? Are you hustling for the sake of it, or are you hustling with intention? It's time to take control of your narrative. Hustle, but do it on your terms. Because you deserve to thrive, not just survive. And remember, the hustle doesn't have to be a race against time. It can be a journey towards fulfillment. So let's redefine the hustle together. Let's hustle with purpose, with passion, and with a little bit of grace. After all, the clock is ticking, but so is your potential. Let's make it count.